Sophie Turner partied without a care in the world just days before Joe Jonas' divorce was announced, bar manager who spent the night drinking with Game of Thrones star reveals. Sophie Turner partied without a care in the world just days before her divorce to husband Joe Jonas was announced, a bar manager who spent the night drinking with her has revealed. The Game of Thrones actress downed cocktails and shots at the Drop Shot Bar in Digbeth, Birmingham on Saturday night during a wrap party to mark the end of filming in the city for her upcoming ITV series Joan. Around 70 members of the production team were present, with bar manager Herzen Stevenson joining in the festivities as he knocked back drinks with Sophie, 27. He told Mail Online, "She was great company and a really good laugh. I couldn't believe how happy and relaxed she was. You would never have thought that she was going through a divorce. We spent a lot of time chatting and drinking because we had a lot in common. I'm from Coventry and she's from Warwickshire, and we were both on the party scene in that area at the same time, so we had some common friends." Mr. Stevenson added, "We spoke about places we both used to go to, like the Smack nightclub in Leamington Spa. She was reminiscing about those days of going out, dancing and getting drunk. We had a great laugh chatting about old times. She never once spoke about her husband or kids and never mentioned anything about getting divorced. So, when the news came out a few days later, I was very shocked, but it also made sense because it was obvious when I was with Sophie that she wanted to return to her days of partying. I sensed that she was missing those times." Just 4 days after the Drop Shot bash, it was announced that Joe, 34, had officially filed for divorce from Sophie after 4 years of marriage, with documents stating that their relationship is irretrievably broken. Reports also emerged that he caught her on their Ring security camera doing or saying something which convinced him that it was time to call it a day. It is not yet clear what she allegedly said or did in the footage captured outside their home. However, TMZ reports that the incident was the final straw for Joe. A friend of hers, who did not want to be named, also told Mail Online that Sophie felt trapped in her marriage and regretted not having carefree, youthful fun after tying the knot with Joe and having 2 children at a young age. But she was able to temporarily put her marriage woes behind her while in Drop Shot, where Mr. Stevenson made his signature blue raspberry mojito cocktail for Sophie, which they drank several of together. They also downed shots of Baby Guinness, which is made by layering Bailey's Irish cream with Kahlua and gin. He added, "We drank a lot, and it was quite a wild party. She really let her hair down, and I got the feeling that she was really enjoying her life even though her marriage had gone to pot. She's a very down-to-earth West Midlands girl and doesn't behave like a big star at all. At one point she was trying to organize some karaoke and even joined me behind the bar for a couple of shots." The bar manager revealed that he was contacted by the production company a week before the party took place and asked if they could host the event for free as an A-lister would be present. He said, "They didn't want to pay for the venue but told us that having a high-profile celebrity at the Drop Shot would be good exposure for us, so we agreed to it. We had an idea that Sophie would be coming because we knew that she was filming in the city, but we weren't sure about it. But the moment she walked in, we immediately recognized her." The party kicked off at 7 p.m. with Sophie arriving at around 9 p.m. It finished soon after 2 a.m., with the actress and her pals leaving together. Mr. Stevenson said, "Sophie's a real party girl and wanted the night to continue, so she was talking about going on to somewhere else with her friends, even though she was pretty hammered. But that didn't surprise me." The bar was closed to members of the public, with Mr. Stevenson claiming that the only money generated from the party was from the sale of alcohol. Cocktails cost between £6 to £7, while shots are around £3 each. He refused to give a precise figure for how much was made from bar sales, but said it was several £1,000s. Mr. Stevenson, who has appeared on Come Dine With Me and Channel 4 dating program Naked Attraction, might have hit it off with Sophie but has not proved as popular with her lawyers. After posting pictures and videos of himself with her on Instagram, which have gone viral, he said he was ordered to take them down by her legal representatives, which he has refused. But he insisted the production company didn't pay a higher fee, and the only reason we gave them our venue for free was because a major star was coming. So, we have to benefit from that in some way by getting as much exposure as possible. That's what businesses do. I've been getting calls and messages from all over the world, and that's fantastic for Dropshot. Sophie is a big celebrity. It's not my fault she came here, so we have to make the most of it. I don't understand why her lawyers are getting so worked up. On Wednesday, Joe and Sophie confirmed that they are set to divorce, releasing a joint statement where they said it was a united decision. In the statement, posted on Sophie's Instagram, they said, "After 4 wonderful years of marriage, we have mutually agreed to amicably end our marriage. There are many speculative narratives as to why, but truly this is a united decision, and we sincerely hope everyone can respect our wishes for privacy for us and our children." The actress revealed in an interview on The Graham Norton Show in 2019 that she felt she missed out on British university life after opting to join Game of Thrones instead. She said, "I wish I'd had the university experience. I wish I could have gone out and drunk a lot and thrown up in the middle of a club without it being photographed." Revealed, Sophie Turner struggled after birth of second child and didn't want to leave home as the less than supportive Joe Jonas pressured her into going to events, while fans come to her defense over his sexist attacks. Sophie Turner had struggled after the birth of her second child and did not want to leave the house, while her less than supportive husband Joe Jonas had pushed her into attending events, according to a new report. The 27-year-old Game of Thrones actress, who people have recently come to the defense of due to what they see as sexist attacks, did not have an easy time since welcoming a second daughter with the 34-year-old musician in July 2022. A source told TMZ on Thursday that Joe was less than supportive as Sophie did not want to leave their home due to not wanting to be photographed or go to events. Sophie did end up going on a few outings with Joe at the time. However, it has been claimed that at one specific event the actress had been open about how uncomfortable she was and how she did not want to be there. TMZ's insiders go on to claim that Joe went on to attend another gathering solo. It is alleged that Joe had complained that Sophie was missing in action and he felt like she needed to go out more. The sources claimed that those who were around the couple had known that there was a strain in the relationship. Meanwhile, the split has turned nasty with insider comments from people close to the couple causing a huge sexism row. Following the news of the A-list couple's split after 4 years of marriage, sources close to couple said, "She likes to party and he likes to stay at home. They have very different lifestyles." Various sources who claim to have direct knowledge of the situation have briefed U.S. gossip sites including TMZ that Joe is watching his children Willa, 3, and DJ, 14 months, full-time while on tour, while Sophie films for new series Joan in the UK. But, as several briefings emerge in America, painting Joe as a devoted father and Sophie as a party animal, a series of columns defending the actress and questioning why Joe is being praised for looking after his own children have appeared. Writing for Vogue, Raven Smith said, "Team Jonas is throwing a careless mother narrative at proceedings and seeing if it sticks, sowing seeds of his wife being a less-than-gold star parent. Nobody is saying out loud she's subpar, it's just heavily insinuated that her liking to go out clashes with his homebody status. It's very read between the lines, please, she is not mothering at an acceptable standard. The misogyny here is so ridiculously stark. All these motherly expectations serve only to keep women repressed." Meanwhile, Rebecca Reed of The Eye said that Sophie is being slammed as society doesn't like it when women, especially moms, have fun. "When we have babies, we're supposed to have our ambition, sexuality, and desire to dance while listening to Flo Rida incinerated along with our placenta. So you can see how it would make sense for the PR team handling this divorce to get around a table and settle on goes out too much, doesn't spend enough time with her family as the perfect way to vilify Turner." Reed's sentiment was echoed by dozens of columnists, including Cassandra Green at Marie Claire, who lamented, "Women are allowed to party, cry, work, and also be great moms. There's absolutely nothing wrong with a mom that likes to socialize. Enjoying time around other people, or being an extrovert, is not a crime," she wrote. Conflating Joe's custody of the children with the suggestion that Turner is a party girl seems a little pointed. Get married and have children young? You're throwing your life away. Let your partner take care of the children? You're not a dedicated mother. Like to party? God forbid, that's not the mark of a good woman. Talk openly about your mental health? Well, you're crazy. Get divorced? You made it happen. Stephanie McNeil at Glamour magazine added, the implication that Turner is somehow doing something wrong by having a life that occasionally takes her away from her children really resonated with many women who said they understood what it felt like to be judged. Elsewhere, Kat Romero said in Metro that her husband gets praised for raising their children while she gets slammed. In 2023, we are still heaping praise onto fathers for simply being fathers. It's a slap in the face for feminism and a backhand across the engorged tit of motherhood. She added a dad has to do the bare minimum to be considered great, while a mother only needs to make a single slip-up to feel the wrath of judgment from society. I can't tell you the amount of times people were shocked by the fact my partner woke up in the night for bottle feeds, changed constant nappies, and gave me hours to myself to nap, go for a walk, or see my friends. Meanwhile, UK broadsheets questions why we should be pitying Joe Jonas and asked if the split may be down to difference in British and American culture. Lucy Denier of The Telegraph questioned if women felt secret schadenfreude and a smugness that finally someone male understands what many of us women have been putting up with for years. I think the biggest problem of all here is that he's an American and she's a Brit, and there are your irreconcilable differences right there. Squeaky Clean Joe grew up the son of a Pentecostal minister, wearing a purity ring as a symbol of his desire to wait until marriage to have sex. Spoiler, he didn't wait. Turner, who has called the purity ring laughably, toe-curlingly lame, grew up in the Warwickshire countryside with 2 older brothers and a load of pigs. He wants to stay in Florida. She's desperate to move back to England, missing the people, the attitude, everything is doing a lot of work there. His favorite drink is sangria, and he's lent his face and name to a carbonated, canned, low-cal version with 80% less sugar. She had her hen do in Benidorm, clearly likes the odd cocktail, and is on record as having wished she could have gone out and drunk a lot and thrown up in the middle of a club without it being photographed, rather than spending her 20s as a wife and mother. Kate Maxwell at the Times echoed the sentiments, saying that Americans have a restrained attitude to alcohol and a fun ban. Perhaps what Turner needs isn't a new lifestyle but a new role. My advice to Jonas? Don't blame Britain's booze culture, join the writers' strike picket line instead.